Good morning. It's the 4th of May, or May the 4th be with you, 2024. And it's the Wall Street Weekly Wrap-Up with your host, John Newquist. And we have a lot of earnings today. A lot of our portfolio stocks came in. And let's get into it because it's a stunning week. Amazon, what a beat. 98 cents per share. Revenue's up 12%. And you can see it's in the upward channel. You had a chance to buy a little bit cheaper when it dropped a little bit, but AWS, which is our cloud, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon are the three big ones. And we know that's the future because we're storing everything from videos to text to documents to graphs. Everything is on storage cloud, and we pay for it. And Coca-Cola, our consumer staples, revenue went up 2.537. Not bad. Remember, Pepsi had lost, so we got a beat by the earnings. Next year should be the same, but it's an upward channel. You can see it's everything hit the October low. You're going to see everything drop October, November. So if you bought then, it was good. It was almost like everybody set themselves up to be in stocks, but they already did well from October to January. The averages S&P 500. If we take a look at the QQQs, it's in a nice channel. You have a chance to buy it at the area, so the techs are popular. Up 2.5% since a couple weeks ago. And the crude oil below 80. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, I think it'll go to 100 sometime this summer. It might not be there for a few weeks, but it'll be there. Natural gas surprisingly went up above $2, but it's summer, so nobody's really using a lot of natural gas as far as the residential goes. And gold holding at 2,300. Silver dropped below 27. Copper is a very, very strong 455, and that indicates recovery's coming. And Apple, the second largest company, over $2 trillion. iPhone revenues below estimates. Earnings and revenues not too good. 4.3. I don't think it'll do good next year. I think another one. Again, it's a downward channel. I think it could break this bottom. But, when they did this, they gave a lot of hope. Oh, yeah, we're going to have the iPhone roll out by Christmas. Well, the whole thing is we got to have AI phones. We want to have phones that can remember everything we did, how to do things on the phone. You can make everything that you need to do on the computer, on the phone, and it's got to come out. And Google, Samsung, and Apple are the ones that are really going to be pushing it. AMGN had a jump. Holy smokes, look at this jump. I mean, it went up a lot. Why? Because the GLP drug is in phase 3 trials, and it's going to be once a month shot. So, of course, that Novo Nordisk and Lilly went down a little bit, but you got to remember this market is just huge. It's just like AI. You got to sit there and be in it. We're in AMGN. We're in Novo Nordisk. We miss Lilly, but that's okay. Revenues 22%. It's going to be well. Remember, the advantage of Novo Nordisk and Lilly is they've been out for years. They know the side effects. AMGN, not yet. Novo Nordisk, 34% jump in revenue. They can't make it fast enough. Ozempic is the #1 drug. Lilly's second. I mean, this is amazing. You got a chance. It's going up. Remember, we could have bought this again. Everything went down in November. You could have bought it down here below 100, but it's not going to go down. I mean, overall, because it's, you got to remember this market is just not diabetics. It's obesity, obesity, obesity. And if there's only 3 companies really going to possibly be in it, if we count AMGN, the market's huge. The market is just huge. And WP Carey, our REITs, I didn't like it. The revenues fell 9.5. Now, they have, always been 98, 99% rental, and that's what's been good. But they had a lot of commercial real estate, and I was like, okay, that's not so bad until people are walking away from these buildings in San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, and that's not good for Carey because I think the exposure's there. So we switched into UDR, 4.49% dividend, residential housing. We know that's short. We know that people want to buy houses. We know people have to stay in apartments longer than they want to, but that's it. I mean, you got to afford a down payment if the average house is over $350,000 or so. That's the average. You get in a city in the suburbs, you're talking $500,000, and that's a big chunk of down payment to go down as well as a monthly mortgage. Clorox, the material sector is just horrible. Steel, ammonia, aluminum. I mean, CF Industries, Nucor, everybody lost money. So it went down 5.3. It gets a good dividend. The market dropped on the news. It's just that there's nothing to good. Remember, we're going to be diversified, so we're going to have two material stocks, but it's just painful. I mean, we're just going to be in Clorox because, not that it's super good, but, you know, the earnings are good. I mean, and the revenues, not so good, but all the companies and materials missed it. So, you know, as somebody said, it was a tough first quarter for material stocks. Pfizer, again, you can see the drop is from the COVID revenues. You know, the less Paxlovid, less government buying. They're going to have to make it. But, you know, we bought it at the bottom. We bought it at this triple bottom, and now we're up past the trend breakout, which is good. So we got a good pipeline, we hope. We expect the earnings until they get through the COVID lag, as I call it, will be probably lower. But we're looking in the future, and I think Pfizer might do it. But we don't have a GLP drug in Pfizer. It didn't make it. Bitcoin miners is the best way to play Bitcoin. You can buy it. You know, it halved in April 20th. And what I always watch, which is so important, is how much does it cost to mine in Bitcoin? So let's say Bitcoin's $60,000 this weekend. It's $23,000. That's not bad at all. That's how much it cost them. You're making $37,000. Remember, Bitcoin was at $16,000 last year. We were buying at $16,000, beating the drum. Buy it $16,000, $18,000. I sold it at $27,000. Now we can buy the Bitcoin miners. I think they'll do good. Remember, as the mining get less and less Bitcoin, the price should go up. Should. Remember, we got ETFs buying it. So this is the way to do it. You just got to be patient with it. Triple top has been tough to beat, you know, so we'll watch it. But we're in it. All the old companies, ever since oil's been going down, it's Conoco, everybody's going good. Billions of dollars they make, but we're just going to be in the energy sector. Novacor, again, you know, look at this thing. This thing was over $100 at one time. Now it's at 14. It's 90% drop. Nothing wrong with the company. They've got, you know, electrical stimulus to help beat cancers. They've had positive studies in phase 3 trials. Just a company you just have to sit on, all these biotechs. And again, big trend line over here to break. We're just watching it. Right now, it's just been kind of sideways training. But like anything else, you don't know. You just go in there and somebody wants to get a pipeline improvement, they're going to buy it, and it's going to double. China stocks, 8 days in a row up. Look at this thing. Holy smokes. You know, not a lot of fanfare. You know, you saw the Starbucks sales bad in China, iPhone sales bad in China, Tesla bad in China, but China is starting to do better now, and we've seen a turn. So this meandering turn is going in there. They're not bragging about it because they're far from what they were, but, you know, good time they've been in China stocks. Take a look at our heat map. It was a choppy week. You know, Apple, of course, you know, and Amazon and Tesla, you know, did well. Tesla, you know, has hope of the robo-taxi. We'll see. Not a big market, I don't think. You know, I think when it's cheaper than Uber by half, then it would probably be popular. But I just don't see it. And again, we have all these deaths with the self-driving vehicles, and the limitation of the use is going to be interesting. Oil, of course, pretty tough. You know, look at MasterCard, down 4%. That's not a bad company. Makes a lot of money, consistent growth. If they keep on taking these down, we're going to start buying MasterCard or Visa. So we'll see you next week. Have a good week, and stay safe.